When you think of the best shows of all time, what comes to mind? The chances are you think of shows like Breaking Bad, The Sopranos, The Wire, and more recently appreciated, Dexter. Or maybe you think of comedies like The Office or Arrested Development. All of these shows predominantly ran in the 2000s. With titles this powerful, it makes me wonder, what was so special about the 2000s? Even TV shows today can't compare to the abundance of mind-bending TV that aired in the 2000s. What was so different about this decade of television, and why did new shows miss the bar that shows from the 2000s have set? If you enjoy TV, you probably have had the same thought I had. TV was just better in the 2000s. As I've already mentioned, shows like Breaking Bad, Dexter, and The Office all aired in this decade. Breaking Bad is considered one of the best shows, or the best show to ever exist. The masterfully told story has the audience rooting for someone who is clearly a villain. Not to mention, the cinematography in this show is easily the best I have ever seen on any show or movie. Dexter has had a resurgence on Netflix, and is being recognized for the masterpiece that it is. The cleverly woven storyline that tells a larger story inside of a season is truly incredible. Arrested Development is another show from the 2000s that I think is wildly underappreciated. The show is clever and surprisingly well thought out in a way that tells a larger story while also feeling like a sitcom. And of course, The Office, which I have already talked about in another video. This show takes the setting of a mundane office and turns it into a place that is bright and wacky. The comedy in this show is different from any other sitcom, and really reflects the care that was put into the writing of shows like The Office. There's no argument about how good the shows from the 2000s were, but why were they so great? For us to understand why TV was so good in the 2000s, we must first understand the time period and culture in this decade. A lot has changed since the 2000s, with the most major advancement being the smartphone. The iPhone was released in 2007, but the internet wouldn't advance into what we have today until the 2010s. This means, unlike today, TV was the primary way to watch entertainment. This is before the time of doom scrolling on TikTok or Instagram. TV was a time for people to relax and be invested in a story that was beyond reality. There was true talent in the television industry in this decade, from directors like Vince Gilligan working on Breaking Bad, or Clyde Phillips working on Dexter. There is no denying the abundance of talent and creativity in the 2000s. TV was just different in this decade. Showrunners were given more freedom to take risks and innovate. Because TV was the major way for people to consume content, more effort was put into making shows something special. TV was simply art in this decade. But why has this changed? Today, it is clear to me that TV is just not what it used to be. This is mainly due to the advent of streaming and social media. Now, just to be clear, the point of this video is not to say that TV that was not made in the 2000s is bad. I love shows like Stranger Things, Better Call Saul, and even animated shows like Invincible are fantastic. I'm only pointing out that there is something special about shows made in the 2000s. Most shows on cable TV today just feel bland and tired. They reuse plots that have already been explored and executed better in the past. This is just too bad. Cable in general has been dying for the last few years, and shows in particular have been struggling. Shows today are competing with short-form content and are clearly losing. With a decline in attention spans, I can't really see a future where TV ever hits the bar that was set in the 2000s, although I hope I'm wrong. TV from the 2000s was something special. There's a reason all the shows my friends recommend to me are from this decade. The show that inspired me to make this video was Dexter. Like everyone else, I started watching the show on Netflix, and it made me realize just how special TV was from this decade. I hope that TV continues to tell compelling stories and try new ideas. After all, it was the innovation and creativity that made TV in the 2000s so special. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed watching me talk about TV, leaving a like would be incredible. I have a real passion for making videos, and I hope to grow my channel. If you would like to help me achieve that goal, subscribing would be a huge help. If you want to watch me talk about the eras of The Office, I have that linked on screen right now.